And I think we are live.
We are. It's
A couple of rookies here. Hang on with us.
good evening, everybody. I'm Commissioner Rhino. To my right is Jonesy, best followed Jonesy on the Twitter or the X. I like to call it Twitter still. We are missing JC and Fancy Dads, and we're a couple rookies. So just
Bear with us.
bear with us tonight. Bear with us. Hope everybody's doing good. Let's see, is there any questions yet? Nope. So,
Let's go. See, I told you Sieg would be in here.
yeah. Let's
Said he'd be. I told Ron, Sieg, you'd be lurking in the shadows. You didn't.
Yeah.
You'd be here.
Gonna make Dad proud. So, Devontae Adams, where do you think he's going to go?
I mean, everyone's saying the Jets, but I think he's going
know.
to end up. I think he's going to end up getting thrown to it's going to be some random team that no one's even talking about. You know, I don't know. He'll end up on the Patriots or something, and then be even more pissed off. You know.
Well, he was
Sorry, Disco.
Yeah, he's not leaving. We'll see. If I was him, I wouldn't want to go to MetLife Stadium. I don't want to play outside. He's 32 years old, right?
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be the Saints. Yeah, I think wherever team he goes to is gonna be indoors, unless it's the Steelers. I hear Steelers are making aggressive bids for him.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, there's been talk about the Steelers all offseason with Ayuk, and nothing ever happened. I think if the Steelers were going to do something, they would have done something in the offseason. I just, unless they've just realized now that, we should have. But I guess though too, San Francisco's price for Ayuk was probably more than just a second rounder, and I don't know what the other piece is that
they wanted
that they want back. They probably want a player too, but
yeah, they wanted a receiver in return, from my understanding. I understand why he wants to leave, because he sees what it's going to be like, and there's no future wins for him or future playoff spots for him right now. So I get it. He's 32 years old. He wants that one last championship to go off in the sunset.
Yeah, but I get that. But here's the thing: he had all offseason to do this. He knew what this team was going to look like. Yeah. Hell, when Derek Carr got shipped out of town, he should have been doing this then.
He should have been, yeah.
We could see it. How could he not see it? We knew what this team would look like. It's just, I love Devontae. I'm one of Devontae's biggest. I've been pushing him every fantasy year ever since he's been around. But come on, dude.
All right. Start 2 wide receivers at flex, non-PPR. DJ Moore, Amari Cooper, Brian Thomas Jr., JSN, Downs, Keon Coleman, and Trey Sermon.
Amari Cooper is my first one.
I'm not touching anything Browns.
Playing the Commanders, they're giving up the most fantasy points to wide receivers, I believe.
I like Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, he's another good one. I honestly, I find it hard to sit DJ Moore though. That's the one. Amari Cooper for me is 100%. I'm starting him in this no matter what. Then it comes down to DJ Moore and Brian Thomas Jr.
What about
if Ingram's out, looks like he's going to be.
Yeah,
I might lean Brian Thomas Jr. over DJ Moore. I find it hard to sit DJ Moore though. I don't know.
Now I wouldn't sit DJ Moore either. No, I'd say I say DJ Moore and Brian Thomas Jr. or DJ Moore and Downs. Keon Coleman.
No.
Not knowing what that's going to look like, even though Shakur's out.
Oh, he needs 2 and a flex, so he needs 3 of these.
So
that makes it easy. DJ Moore, Amari Cooper, Brian Thomas Jr.
All right,
that's what I would say.
I would do Downs instead of Cooper.
I like Downs if just because Richardson's probably not playing, so you got Flacco. But
Also, should I trade Mason for A-Chain, non-PPR? My other running backs are Barkley and Gibbs. Yeah. You want it?
no. Why would you?
Because it's when CMC comes back, then
Okay, when's he coming back?
it's true. He might not come back.
You don't know.
No, you don't know.
And people forget that it was a week ago? Was that
Yeah.
just last Monday that all of a sudden he's got the Achilles tendonitis or whatever in both legs?
Well, yeah.
I mean,
And they came back to say that, he was overcompensating. That's why it happened. No, I don't think so.
yeah.
I don't
mean,
think so.
to me, even I know like last week's show, I said San Francisco's a team where they put one running back in there and they're going to get the bulk of the carries.
Yeah.
If CMC comes back, I don't know if that's the case after hearing about the Achilles in both.
And plus,
legs. If
actually,
he comes back, they
actually,
don't want to overwork that.
and actually, with the uncertainty of the Dolphins quarterback situation too, I would keep Mason. I wouldn't trade.
Yeah. Here's the thing. You have Barkley and Gibbs. So those, if you start two running backs, which most are, Barkley and Gibbs are your starters. And then Mason's going to be probably your flex play, which having Mason as your flex play, beautiful. Having A-Chain, like I know he can put up big games, but just the way that offensive line is, and I would keep Mason.
All right. See, Tyler has a question. Start to Ford, Hunt, and Dell. Hunt and Dell. I'm not touching Ford.
See, my only problem with Dell is he's third fiddle on that team.
But
I know he's a playmaker. I know he's very talented, but he also has Nico Collins and Stephon Diggs in front of him.
But Ford, what's he doing though? Is this a PPR league too, or what kind of league is this?
I don't think he said what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I just have a hard time sitting a starting running back over a third wide receiver on a team.
But a third wide receiver that gets his looks and can break one off.
He can, but
will Ford break 50 yards? Or will he have 75 yards?
I mean, it's against the Commanders. Anything's possible against the Commanders. I mean,
but I think they played a little bit better last week.
I mean, the Commanders right now, they are bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, bottom 10, or they're giving up the 10th most fantasy points to running backs.
Yeah. All right. So you say
So I would go Ford and Hunt.
I see. I would do Hunt and Dell. Just because I don't trust anything. Like I don't trust anything Cleveland. Anything.
So I think Cleveland is I think this week's going to be looking pretty for them.
You think so?
I think so.
I
think
if we get to that,
they're playing the Commanders. The defense is horrible. How could they not? I mean,
but they're starting to look better. Starting to gel. They played a lot better against Arizona.
Yeah. No. Washington's offense is beautiful.
Yeah.
Their defense isn't. So I think it's going to be a very competitive game, which is something I like also. Which, I mean, the Bills and Texans are obviously going to be competitive too. But
it's funny. Yeah. Last night we had the DFS show, and me and Abjud were talking about defenses, and he wanted to go Commanders. We ended up going Denver because I like that defense a little bit better against Raiders, which, it's hard for me to say that, but it's, hey, sometimes playing fantasy football, when you have a favorite team, you can't
play favorites. Yeah. I mean, it's hard not to be like, obviously I'm a Packers fan, and would love to put Packers in every week, but sometimes you just got to say no and be realistic. And,
Hussein. So I have one question to ask you guys, and I'm going to head out. Should I start Deshaun Watson over Flacco? What would you like to hear? Your guys' opinions, please, and thank you. Full PPR. I would keep.
I'm playing Flacco,
but he might not play. Because
here,
so
what time are the games at?
Indianapolis plays at 10. I think they both play at 10 o'clock. So I keep an eye out. If Flacco is playing, I go Flacco. But if you need to set your lineup right now,
I would go personally. I'd go Flacco, just because with JT out, I don't trust Sermon and whoever else is. I don't even know who else is even out there.
Goodson will be the running back that comes in, and
it's a bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be chucking the ball. And it's going to be a Flacco Pittman game, Flacco Downs game, Flacco everything game.
All right. One flex need: Brees, Ford, Dell, or Addison. Thank you.
What are you doing with Brees Hall?
Yeah, against Minnesota's rush defense. That's it.
I'm starting Brees Hall.
Yeah. Okay.
I know people are that's the big thing this week is Brees Hall.
No,
for obvious reasons, but I can't sit him. I'm sorry.
Just like you're not going to sit Bijan Robinson.
I'll sit with in sync with Brees Hall over playing. Not that he has horrible options here, but. I'm still going with Brees.
Horrible, but
those, and
I would stay with Brees. I would do with Brees too. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep the questions coming here. All right. Love, and I'm a Rams fan. I'm saying that I have. It might get ugly, but the Rams do have. Yeah, I'm looking in the background right there.
Yeah.
I got my wall of fame with the Rams.
Hey, I had a Marshall Faulk jersey back in the day. I can't.
Yeah, I can't
say much, but
it's all good. But I think Love.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Fields is. I think Fields is top 10 play this week.
And then Komet or Njoku. Njoku is coming off an injury, so I generally don't play people that are coming off an injury.
Yeah, but this might be the only chance you have to play him because he's just going to get injured again.
Yeah.
I'm going Love, tight end. I'm probably going to go Njoku if he plays. I know you don't like that Browns team this week, but at least we agreed on the Jordan Love.
All right. My brother.
Disco.
Big draft energy. Who should I? Why are you asking that? You know how to do the start.
Hey, he's helping. He's giving us a question.
Yeah, okay. Likely or Kraft?
I'd like to say Kraft. No.
I'm going to say Kraft.
I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go with Kraft.
Yeah.
Just because with the Romeo Dobbs junk and him getting suspended from the Packers this weekend.
Because he's crying about touches.
So you're down Watson. Now you're down Romeo Dobbs. So that just leaves Jaden Reed, Wicks. I mean, there could be a little bit of is this going to be a sneaky tight end game where the tight ends just go off for Green Bay?
Well, you know what? One thing to think about is the Rams inside linebackers can't cover shit, especially in the middle of the field.
Well, they're not doing that good against the run either, though.
No,
I could see it being a Jacobs game too, and that's what I was kind of thinking about. I'm like, how is the game flow going to go? But
Jacob's going
I
to run
think,
for about 120 yards, and Love's going to throw for probably about 300.
yeah,
Rams will win 28. Well, Rams will win 31-28.
yeah. What's the over under on this game?
I think the
You
Rams
still have that
are
in there?
underdogs by 3.5 points.
Okay.
I remember
Total
right,
48 and a half. Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely could see it going 48.
Yeah. All right. Flacco if he plays or Sam Darnold. I also have the Jets D and Jefferson. I like Sam Darnold. He's just dealing. And if you already have Jefferson, then you're losing out on, as I look, as doubling the points.
Yeah, I mean, there's
I
more
understand the Jets
risk
D.
reward. I mean, there's pluses and minuses to doing stacks in a seasonal league.
Are you able to drop somebody and pick up a different D? I wonder. That'd be if you could do something like that, then that'd be win-win.
See, my only, and I don't know, I should have looked this up. And if anyone in the chat has this info, like Disco, I know you know everything. To me, just thinking back about overseas games, are they usually lower scoring? And maybe it's just because it's always the junky teams, it's the Jaguars versus whoever, I don't know. I never have good feelings about when teams are going overseas, them having big fantasy days, but
if Bo Melton's available, I would pick him up.
Yeah, Bull Mountains. I mean, is this the Luke Musgrave game finally too? That's what I was kind of hemming and hawing about earlier when I was thinking about who to say. Musgrave was sitting in the back of my head because we haven't seen anything from him.
The McBride doesn't play. Do I play Ertz or Conklin? Jeez. So McBride has hurt ribs. He hurt his ribs. He just
he got downgraded to questionable.
I like Aaron Rodgers seems to be cooking pretty good with Conklin.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm going Ertz. Ertz has been he's been a steady 8-10 points every week. I mean, Conklin, I just can't see Conklin. I know he's been doing better, but I mean, at some point, Aaron Rodgers has to give Garrett Wilson the ball. At some point, he's got to say, "Here, Breece Hall, have a game."
If Garrett Wilson wasn't being shadowed by these freaking badass DBs, and this might be his breakout game, because there's one thing that we know is you can throw on Minnesota. Look what happened last week,
Yeah, and I mean, one thing I learned with Aaron Rodgers watching him for 15 years or whatever, he always seemed to start slow in the beginning of the year. Like, our offenses never looked good.
Yeah.
Weeks 1, 2, 3, at least week 4. So I expect things to start picking up here, and something's got to give though in New York. I mean, that performance, I have a hard time believing that Rodgers is going to let himself be embarrassed again this week.
Yeah. Dolphins either. Start 2, full PPR, Wandale, Hunt, or Wicks. I'd probably go Wandale and Wicks.
I don't. With neighbors out, I'm not touching Wandale Robinson.
You're not?
No. I mean, okay, he might get 15 targets, but he'll have like 12 yards.
Do you think Hunt will get more receptions though than PPR?
But
I look at that.
Hunt is the starting running back for the Kansas City Chiefs. That's an automatic start every week. I don't care what the matchup is. And Wicks, he's an automatic start after the Dobbs news. I mean, it's just the matchup. The matchup that Dobbs had was too good. And now that Wicks is going to move into that, I mean, it could be beautiful again, like last week. So I'm going Hunt and Wicks.
All right. Vikings D versus Jets.
Same game.
Yeah.
Um,
I've been pretty much rolling with Jets all season long, but the Vikings offense is good.
Yeah.
They're putting up points.
See, to me, and maybe this is partly the Packer fan in me and hoping, but I don't 100% trust the Vikings right now, that this is them. You know, I think they're riding an amazing ride right now.
Yeah.
And they look good, but I don't see it sustaining. I don't know. Something in me is just saying,
so eventually
at some point it's going to fall off the cliff, and then they're going to kind of come back to normal. And the Jets, it's kind of the same thing, but opposite. There's no way this can be this bad.
It's going to click,
you know, and all of a sudden it's going to, you know,
either.
So me, I would probably on paper it's the Vikings.
Yeah.
In my head, it's the Jets.
Yes, I agree.
Just because I trust the Jets more to go up than the Vikings to stay up.
And plus, Darnold has a better chance to interception than Aaron Rodgers does. That's a given. That's a given. But
I mean, it's kind of a crapshoot either. It's 50-50, honestly, to me. Yeah, but if I had to choose, I would probably choose the Jets defense.
All right. Adonze or Leggett? Full PPR. Leggett is the number 2 receiver.
Carolina.
Yeah. I mean, Deontay is the target machine. He's number 1. I would go Leggett because of that. Adonze is still number 3. But there's always that chance.
Is he though? I mean, Keenan Allen's not. I mean, on paper he is, but if I had to choose, DJ Moore's the one.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose Keenan Allen or Dunze, who Caleb's gonna look to and trust, it's gonna be Odunze, in my opinion. Yeah.
So I think it's Keenan Allen, just because Keenan Allen is. That's him.
I don't trust Keenan Allen right now. I don't. And if I had to play one of them, I would pick Odunze over Keenan Allen. But Odunze and Xavier Leggett, I love Leggett. That Bears, backfield is no joke. I mean,
I like Leggett. I like Leggett in this one. But and if you guys could please hit like, hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We appreciate all that, and then hit your notifications so you won't miss out on our Friday night DFS show and our start and sits on Saturday night, and then tomorrow night it'll be me and JC. We'll be back in the saddle and doing a recap of the Saturday games and just talking. The game Sunday. So if you do that, that'd be appreciated. Let's see. We got to trade Malik Neighbors for Amon St. Brown.
For Amon-Ra?
I would. Who the other receivers? The S's last night too. Who are the other receivers? And the other thing too is I wouldn't do that right now.
They're Amon-Ra's on bye and Neighbors is out, so it doesn't matter this week.
Yeah. Oh, true.
But to me, that is a big plus. One thing I like to do every year is after a player hits their bye week, I try to trade for them. And I try to trade them a player that still has a bye week. That way I don't have to deal with a bye week.
Oh, it makes sense.
So, I mean, it's not like you're going from Malik Neighbor, I mean, Amon-Ra is obviously no joke. He's one of the best receivers.
But Malik Neighbors is Malik Neighbors. He's getting his. for 15 targets a game probably, and you can tell him and Danny Dimes do have a connection too. So
yeah. I mean,
with Amon, you're going up against Laporte, you're going up against Gibbs, you're going against Williams.
I think this is a trade that it's so close that when it's something like that it's not a clear cut answer, you just hold. I mean, if you were going up a tier, if somehow you were going from, we'll just say a DJ Moore to a Malik Neighbors, that's an obvious, okay, I'm going to trade for Malik Neighbors. But when you're kind of just going sideways, I mean, you can bring up plus and minuses for both guys, but it's very close. So I would probably just hold.
Oh yeah, let's see. So I think this is his. This is for his. See, I need RB device this week in Dynasty, so I'm guessing these are his running backs: Mondre, Gibson, Javante, Bigsby, Tracy. Half PPR. Singletary's out. Eric Gray will probably be starting, but Tracy.
Yeah, I'm not touching that Giants backfield.
Tracy. Gibbs. I'd go Gibson.
I would go Ramondre. Disco. What would you do? You're the Patriot guy here. Personally, I know Gibson as the start, okay. But that means nothing. That just means Gibson's in there on the first play.
And this is Dynasty.
I can't see that they're gonna sit Ramondre Stevenson, who is a much better running back than Gibson.
Then you have Javante going against the Raiders defense.
This could be a Javante game. I know it won't happen, but on paper, this should be a Javante game. Should be.
And Etienne is dealing with some injuries a little bit too. And Bigsby's been doing good. He's been out producing him. So God dang. He needs
two, I think it was.
He's running back two advice. So running back two advice.
Running back two or two running backs. RB2 advice. So it's probably just one person, I'm assuming.
I think I'll go Javante.
That's probably where I'm leaning to. That offense, that Denver offense has just been so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
But it's Raiders defense. They've been giving up.
Yeah. And that's the kicker. And honestly, Ramondrae and Gibson, you don't know what's going to happen. Bigsby and Etienne, you don't know what's going to happen. And you don't want to, I'm not touching the Giants backfield. No. So I'm going Javante.
See, and Big Draft says he prefers Slayton over Wandale this week. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I could see Wandale being the target guy and Slayton being the bigger yardage guy.
All right, play Jets D. Even the Vikings have been hot, or Pats / Packers D. I don't know about Packers D.
Packers D, I'm probably not. I think the game's going to be too competitive.
Yeah. Pats.
I mean, the Patriots and Dolphins, I mean, that shouldn't be a fire game. I mean,
no. I would play the Jets D. Because like we said earlier, I think Darnold will throw an interception. And he's also prone to fumbling too.
Okay, but look at what Miami's working with. You don't think the Pats D can withstand that?
Okay, let's look at it this way. Which offensive line that they're going up against is the worst? Rams' offensive line is actually playing pretty decent. So we'll cross that one out. Now, Miami's front, are they better than the Vikings front?
No, Miami's got a horrible offensive line.
Okay, then
I,
I'll go.
I don't trust Miami's offensive line for anything right now.
Then that's it. When it comes to defense, that's how I kind of look at the opposing team's offensive line. So I'd go Pats. I'd go Pats.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going Patriots just because I think that game flow is going to be very slow, and you don't want to have the risk of, getting the score shot up quickly or at all. So I'm going Patriots.
All right, I think so too. See, Big Dress says Mondre. Just because Mondre is not the starter doesn't mean Mondre is benched and half PPR. Finn's giving up 1.75 TDs per game to their RB position. Smash Mondre, then sell high. I still I think I like Javante better than Mondre.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's close,
Yeah.
but just with I think Ramondre is gonna play obviously and have at least 75% of a normal workload, in my opinion. But I don't know if they're gonna be, if they get into a goal line situation, all of a sudden be like, hey, Gibson, get out there, and just kind of give a FU to Ramondre.
It's funny. There's two things I've always stayed away from in fantasy football is the Seattle receivers and the Patriots running backs, because I've been burnt so many times by both of them. But now I'm changing my mind a little bit with Seattle because they look good and they're throwing the ball to all three receivers. So, but my mind still hasn't really changed with the Patriots running back situation. It always comes back to bite me in the ass somehow. All right, start two. Wicks, Downs, Pickens, and Worthy. Well, Wicks for sure.
I mean, Pickens to me is the starter over all of them.
Yeah,
just because he's the guy.
This full PPR. Okay, well, I do Pickens too, and I like Worthy, but Worthy is a boom or bust kind of play.
Yeah, and I think Juju there. I mean, no one's really talking about him.
No,
I mean, he played the Rashee Rice role a couple of years ago and did quite well. Just saying.
All right, so let's pick two for him.
I'm gonna go Pickens and Wicks.
Yeah, I agree. Downs is a sneaky good play though, but I go with Pickens and Wicks. That sounds like a law firm. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Who will be tight end one for week 5? The guy that scores the most points.
Yeah. If McBride plays, I think McBride.
Yeah, McBride. I mean, if he plays, he has a good shot.
Yeah, a sneaky good play might be Freiermuth. He might be.
I mean, if I had to pick someone right now, I'm just gonna say Kelsey. Just because with the Rashee Rice injury, and we saw it last week, he had what, 5 or something, 5 for 50 or something like that. I mean,
yeah,
you're gonna see Kelsey. I don't know if he'll ever be I'm going to throw up 80 yards and 2 tuds every other game, but you're going to see an uptick for Kelsey for sure.
Yeah. Darnold revenge. And actually, the good thing about this too is the fact that he's not playing in New York. They're playing on neutral field. So, but I still think he'll throw interception. We'll throw at least an interception.
Yeah, I mean, I don't put too much into the revenge game there, but
and Disco says Worthy and Wicks. See, I like Worthy, but like I said, he to me he's like boom or bust.
And he is. He's not going to go out there and catch 8 balls for 80 yards. That's not his thing. But I mean, he could easily catch 1 for 80 in a tud, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the risk. That's the risk you take with a guy like Worthy, a guy like Rashid Shaheed. Guys that are big boomer bust guys. You may get 20 from them, or you may get 0. You just got to be prepared for it.
Half PPR need one: Olave, Higgins, or Johnson.
Deontay Johnson, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming too. I'd go Deontay.
I'm going Olave.
Are you?
Olave's a start every week.
All right. So convince me. Why? Just because of the quarterback situation, or
because it's Chris Olave?
Okay.
Who does Chris Olave compete against? He competes against Alvin Kamara running the ball, and Shaheed.
Kamara's hurt though.
Maybe getting a few deep balls. That's his competition.
Okay.
I mean, unless Taysom Hill's out there, then he'll have 1 game every 9 games.
And Carr
gets all the production. But,
I'll go Olave because just
and then you look at Higgins. Who's Higgins competing with? Chase.
Yeah.
Okay. So that puts Olave in front of Higgins automatically for me.
And a better quarterback.
And Higgins, they're playing against Baltimore, I'm sure it's going to be a competitive game, but.
All right. Another league, Garrett Wilson or JSN, and Sermon or Rico Suave Duato. Thank you. Thank you, Armando, for coming on the show. Thank you for the question. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I'm going to say go ahead.
Garrett Wilson.
Really? And I was going to say JSN.
It's week 5. I'm starting my studs.
Okay.
Unless they're injured, I don't care if they haven't been putting up 25 points a game. We know what they're capable of. Don't be the guy that sits Devontae Adams in week 2 or whatever it was that he went off for 100 and a touchdown. Don't be that guy.
All right. So, I like JSN. God, that kills me. Yeah, I mean, this is our 5th week doing this, right? And every week before this, I have been not touching this, and now
I love DK in this matchup. I think DK is just gonna go off
but no other. They're all. I mean, it's either JSN or Metcalf. Metcalf is getting the touchdowns, but JSN is getting the looks too.
Yeah,
I forget who Seattle's playing.
Seattle is. What can I think of it? Let me look here. Giants.
Oh, okay. Then I'm going JSN. Minnesota's a better defense, and plus Minnesota and New York are flying. A little bit of jet lag, so it might be a slow start. I'm going JSN. I would go JSN and God.
I don't know. I can't make that jump from Wilson
you don't have
to JSN. And I know I don't have to, but I could. I would have to start Wilson because you never know. Like DK is going to get hits. We know that. And then it's either Lockett or JSN. It's one or the other.
It seems like it's being spread out pretty evenly.
Exactly. Yeah, but you don't know who it's going to go to.
Yeah, true.
I mean, if the Jets have a good game, I know last week was not good, but I don't know. I still go back to kind of what I said earlier. I think the Jets are going to start kicking it up a notch, and I don't. I start my studs. If I draft you in the first couple of rounds, I'm starting you every week until like week 6, and then maybe I'll start or if I'm really in desperate, like 0-4 territory or something, you know.
Well, you know what? Big Draft Energy says Garrett Wilson, so I will roll. I will roll with you guys. What you're saying, Sermon or Rico? Rico
Neither.
Suave.
If I had to choose one, I'd probably go.
I'd go Sermon because Steelers defense is better than Jacksonville's defense,
Yeah,
and that's how. And Sermon has looked good when he's gone in there. So
yeah. I mean, I would probably play Sermon just because they're going against
yeah,
Jacksonville,
yeah,
but
same here. So
over playing,
go Garrett. Yeah, so we're
against
going Garrett
Pittsburgh.
Wilson and Sermon. All right, Pittman or Downs and Firemouth or Schultz.
I'm going Pittman.
Yeah,
He's Pittman's the number one there.
yeah.
And this,
Especially if Flacco's playing.
yeah, that's a Flacco
Pittman,
playing is a big plus for Pittman. Big
time.
plus.
And I would go Firemouth.
Fryermuth or Schultz. Yeah, I'd probably go Fryermuth too.
See, any chance he could play both JSN and Garrett Wilson, both projected as top 12?
Yeah, what I forget who had that question.
It was Jeff Rogers. And thank you, and like
if you're still in here, right? Do a comment what you're if you're running a flex or what what your other. Yeah, because I mean I wouldn't mind getting JSN in the lineup too, but if I had to choose, I'm choosing Wilson over JSN.
All right. Let's see. Yeah.
Yes, Disco. It does. I didn't even. I have JT in a couple leagues, and I didn't even pick up. I'm just rolling with something else.
Ooh, Mostert or Braylon Allen at my flex. And thank you for being here. Please like and subscribe. Mostert, CK. Now, again, Mostert's coming off injury, so I lean towards not playing people coming off injury. Braylon Allen seems to be getting his, but how much is he going to get?
Yeah, but I just don't trust that it's going to continue for Braylon Allen. I don't trust Mostert either. I don't trust either of these guys. But if I had to choose, I'm choosing Mostert, just because I think he has a higher chance at getting a bulk, of a role if there is one.
Yeah. See, Brandon Allen. Yeah, well, yeah, because Brandon Allen is going against Minnesota's defense, and their rush defense is really good. So, I go Mostert. Go. Wilson, Sutton, Kirk, Wan'Dale Robinson, Ayuk need 2 full, I guess, PPR. I
mean, to me, Wan'Dale's out of the mix right away for me.
Ayuk, 49ers
probably
playing Arizona.
I'm going. I want to play Kirk.
I think I'll go Wilson and Kirk.
I'm debating between Kirk, Wilson, and Ayuk. I mean, it's a combination of one of those three. So I'm probably. I mean, Ayuk's got to turn it up at some point here. You would think Garrett Wilson's got to turn it up at some point here. But I like Christian Kirk too. But I mean, I think I'm going Wilson, Ayuk. I like Kirk too, but I think Wilson and Ayuk are the two guys I would.
I think Colts secondary is a little bit better than Arizona's secondary. I mean, Arizona's secondary got lit up last week. So.
Yeah, I don't trust Sutton right now. I don't trust Wan'Dale without Neighbors.
Oh, so he's telling, is like available in your waivers. I'm not flexing either. Both TD dependent. So,
I mean, most tight ends are TD dependent these days.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's kind of the world we live in. And don't drop Kyle Pitts or any of your top tight ends, please.
No.
Don't be that guy.
You know what's sad, dude, right now? In my home league, I have Goddard, who's on a bye. I have Evan Ingram, who might not is going a game time decision, and McBride is a game time decision. And if they would just put out for like Ingram, then I could pick up a tight
you could
end.
throw him in your IR or IR spot.
Because it says doubtful.
Yeah.
So pull up my team. I got some questions here. Would you play? Geez, wrong team. I forgot. Wrong team. Would you play Akers over Gibson?
Over Antonio Gibson? Does anyone, do you know, is Dameon Pierce playing this week?
No, they're both out.
Dameon Pierce and I know Mixon's out, but I didn't know about Dameon Pierce. God, I just probably playing Akers, but I'm not feeling good about it. But I wouldn't feel good about anything.
Yeah,
with Gibson either. So I default to the better offense.
Just go. Don't talk about hurting in our dynasty league. How many wins do you have? I'm 0-4. 0-4. 0-4. So yeah, just knock that off. Buy you Bengals in the house. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
What else we got here?
And you had a question, didn't you?
I think I might need some Long Islands.
What's up? What's up, please?
On a revenge game.
I think we got all the questions, didn't we?
Pittman, Downs, Fryer, Schultz. Yeah, I was a little behind on scrolling. So what do you think about the Romeo Dobbs thing?
I think he's out of the damn mind.
Reports are that he's unhappy with the situation. But, I mean, he's been targeted just as much as the other guys.
Right. And who is
he? He doesn't have the touchdowns. But you also have to look at, okay, Jordan Love was out for 2 games. They weren't really throwing the ball,
Right.
I mean,
I don't get it.
I don't know what's going on. I think there's more to this story than what we're hearing. Because this is weird. Romeo Dobbs has been he's quiet. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't, you never hear anything about him. He just goes and plays and
I think somebody got in his head.
But
it's just that's just weird. Just the whole that came out this morning. It's like, what? Because it just came out of nowhere. And you're a Packers fan, so you would think that you have heard some kind of whisper.
I saw a guy last night on Twitter. He said something about, Romeo's mad at the Packers. I'm like, what are you talking about? Nothing's even been said about that. And then 2 minutes later in my feed, I saw the thing. I'm like, oh, okay.
All right, guys. First year playing Keeper League. Spent all 100 fab on Rice, who was dropped. Hoping is available in 6 weeks as well. Second half of next year after legal issues. Now, something came out a couple of days ago that supposedly the NFL is looking into suspending him if he's out for 6 weeks, or whatever, and using that so he can play full time next year. That's just something that I read. I don't know. I think it's
the NFL doesn't do.
It's always a year after.
Historically, the NFL doesn't do suspension punishments until the legal process is over. So whether it's a civil case or a criminal case, whatever,
It's always the year after. Yeah. Look at the Kamara.
they want to know what happens first.
Yeah.
Before they decide.
And how many people is your keeper league? Is it a one keeper league or 2, 3?
Well, first of all, I understand that's great that Rice was out there, but you have to understand, like, he may not be available for fantasy this year.
No.
And next year is very questionable in spending all of your fab on that. So now you can't do any waiver claim. I mean, maybe you can pick up guys for $0. I have some leagues where you can. I have some leagues where you can't. So you may not be able to make any roster moves. I'm not sure, but it's not a very good. I have Rice in a league right now, and it's I have 5 bench spots.
All right.
And it's a super flex, so I have my third quarterbacks because my quarterbacks are Mahomes, Stroud, and Burrow. I'm not dropping one of them.
No.
Okay. So that's 2 of my spots. So that's right now I think it's Stroud on the bench, but I don't know if that'll stay. So Stroud and then Rice. And then my other 3 spots are buys. I got Laporta on buy. I got, is it like Amon-Ra on buy? I got 3 guys on buys. I'm like, and I got 2 guys I got JT and Neighbors in my lineup. I'm like, I don't even know what to do in that league. I might just leave it and just take a loss.
Yeah.
But
yeah, this week's brutal. A few of my teams just with bye weeks and then people getting hurt.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm lucky now. That league's only an 8-team league. That's why my team's stacked.
Okay.
But it's an 8-team auction keeper league. But the guy I'm playing hasn't set his lineup so far this week, so I'm kind of maybe hoping that he forgets to at least. I'm like,
okay, so Dustin, thank you for joining, and please like and subscribe. Not a sit start, but better bench stash, Gibson or Bigsby. I go Bigsby. I like Bigsby.
Yeah, if I could choose between the 2 of them, I'd go Bigsby.
Yeah.
I'd probably feel more comfortable playing Bigsby too over Gibson. I just don't. I was a Gibson believer in his early days, and I guess he's just burned me too much. I just don't trust him.
All right, so he has 2 keepers. With that too, with Rice, see what unfolds here next probably maybe week, because if you could maybe sell him, trade him for just a piece you might need. I don't know what your record is either, but if you can trade him too for somebody that might not have, I don't know, if somebody's gullible, I don't know if that's the right word, but
yeah, I don't know. I mean, after spending all your fab on him, which I get why he did it.
Yeah, same here.
But me personally, if I did that with a player, I wouldn't be able to let go of him. I would need to hold on to him to prove to myself that I did this for this reason and I'm going to be correct. I'm not that type of guy that goes out and spends a bunch of fab. Like, I have a guy in one league that we have $250 in fab in this league, and he spent like $170 in the first couple of weeks on guys, and they both were dropped off his team the following weeks.
So this is this is the first time I've ever done the fab, right? So I'm fumbling through it pretty much.
It takes getting used to.
All these people that spent a crap load of their fab money on Carson Steele, and look what's got. You just can't,
it's part of it's the hype. People go, they go on Twitter and they see all the hype, and people just build on that and build on that and build on it. And then you got the other section screaming, hey, don't do this. And everyone's like, oh no, it's going to be him, Carson Steele, because he has cool hair. And, I
was telling people, don't, he fumbles. Anyway. Yeah. So do I drop D-Hop for Ladd? Oof.
What kind of league? Is it just a redraft league, dynasty league, keeper league?
Yeah.
I mean, that makes a little bit of a difference here, but
Just wondering if D-Hop could get traded. See, that's what I was going to say.
yeah, I mean, D-Hop's a trade
God.
possibility right now. I mean,
And see, there's a really good chance he's going to be traded to the Chiefs. Chiefs wanted to sign him when he was a free agent, and he ended up going to the Titans. So
yeah, the Chiefs don't have any money. That's the thing. I think they got like $6 million in cap space or something right now.
Yeah.
I don't think they can do anything, even if they wanted to.
just says trade. Yeah, if you could trade him and then pick up. I like Ladd though. I mean, he's
Yeah, I mean,
one.
I'm not over the moon for Ladd. I mean, I see talent there when I watch those games, you know.
Yeah.
But I would probably side on the Ladd
Yeah, I would too.
side on that. I think.
Just look at the quarterback situation. You know.
Yeah, as of today, I mean, if D-Hop goes and gets traded, you know, somewhere. I mean, I don't know what realistic landing spots are for him right now, but
yeah,
I mean, his situation could improve greatly. But the thing too is people get excited about, you know, like Devontae right now. People are, you know, getting, oh, he's going to go here, he's going to go there, he's going to go here, which is great for the normal NFL. Like if you're just a fan watching football, it's great. For fantasy, it's horrible. It's horrible. You do not want to deal with this because he's been out last week with a hamstring. He's going to be out this week with the hamstring. If he gets traded next week, he's got to, you know, get to the new system. He might not even play the first week. I mean, he could because he's a vet and they can throw him out there and he can do just about anything. But you don't know what it's going to be. So all of a sudden you're looking at 2-3 weeks of just bull, and it's just a headache. I don't want to deal with that stuff, you know?
All right. So start Madison, Tutu, Sermon, Duano, flex, full PPR. I'm going Tutu because it's flex PPR. Tutu's white.
PPR. I think Whittington's the guy that you want for the PPR on the Rams.
Well, yeah, because he's
personally. I mean, you're the Rams guy. I will default to you. I mean, I didn't default to you on the Jennings Ram killer thing, and you know, you proved me wrong on that, obviously. So I will default to you on this. But
I would. Whittington is wide receiver 1. He's got the trust already. Tyler Johnson might be pretty much obsolete. Tutu Atwell. Mm-hmm. And the sneaky play I'm telling you right now.
You still got Demarcus Robinson too. I mean, it's a kind of a, you know,
yeah, true. But
a big bucket. It's like the Packers were a couple weeks ago, a big bucket of guys that you don't know who it's going to be.
Yeah, but I'd go Tutu. He's got the full trust of Stafford, and he's the deep guy. So I would go Tutu in this, and a sneaky play. And because I'm playing him in the Dynasty League with Disco. His zero points projected is Xavier Smith, but he's got trust. He's going to have trust. Tyler Johnson has lost any kind of trust that Stafford had with him in the last 2 weeks from not being in the right spot. So he had 18% route running last week. So I think Xavier Smith is going to move into that spot, and he can take off the top 2 at will. So that's just my little thing. But
yeah, the one I'm kind of hemming and hawing about is Madison.
Really?
Zamir White's out. So I mean,
but it's PPR though. So
Madison will catch a few. Madison's been the ball catcher,
but I don't.
Plus having the full workload,
but they're going to.
I mean, I don't love it. I don't love Madison, but I don't love anything else here either. So I'm just trying to figure out who has the edge.
Yeah, they're playing against Denver. Duato's playing against Steelers defense.
Yeah, I mean,
Denver's defense.
To me, it's between Tutu and Madison.
Yeah, I would go Tutu.
Which Tutu, Madison, I think, is your floor guy, but Tutu's probably your ceiling guy. So
Tutu.
if you need to, depending on the rest of your lineup, if you need a guy that you're just guaranteed you're going to get at least a little bit of points, go with Madison. If you're looking at your opponent and you're like, I'm going to need something this week, go with Tutu, because I think that Green Bay Rams game is going to be quite exciting to watch.
Yeah. And Tutu target share was 27%. Whittington's was like 34%. He's out there for 97%.
I'm playing Whittington in 2 leagues, I think, this week.
Yeah. All right.
I like him this week. Best ball. Last I looked, and I'll just tell you right now. Let's see here, drafters in the Millie. My top team is 4,300 of 152,000. So that one actually has a little bit of chance to maybe move up. The minis, I'm sitting just under 10,000 in that. Oh, mini, I got a team sitting at 513 of 56,000. So that one's got a shot, a couple thousand in. It's still kind of early. I mean, you can kind of see already. I mean, I know on like DraftKings, I got a few 3 or 4 teams that are leading right now in my draft group, and underdog, I got a few. I mean, it's all just kind of a handful here or there.
Leggett or Sutton? I like Sutton.
See, me, I love Sutton as a play. I was so high on Sutton this year, and I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting. But I think, it's got to be Sutton. The offense has been horrible, but Sutton's still the lead dog there for the wide receivers.
All right. Should I start Ayuk or Wilson?
Why can you flex one? Why?
Yeah.
What's your flex look like, Big Blue?
That's a hard one. I think I lean Ayuk.
I mean, if I had to do a hard choice between the two of them, probably Ayuk.
Yeah, I go Ayuk.
Probably. I'm a Debo guy. I've always been a Debo guy. I will always be a Debo guy, no matter what. So I always default to Debo over Ayuk. But if I had to choose between those two, I'd go Ayuk.
All right. Start Tyreek Hill, Worthy, Jacoby Myers, Addison, or DJ Moore. I'm not starting Jacoby Myers because Surtain's going to be on him. So that's the one I will stay away from.
I'm starting Tyreek Hill every week. I don't care. I'm starting Tyreek Hill every week. No matter what. And then I'm assuming the Jordan Addison or DJ Moore is a separate thing here.
Yeah. No, because he can start one. Who should I start?
Or is it? Okay, I didn't know if the hearts were just for Jacoby Myers or if that was like supposed to separate, and that was the second part of the question. I'm still going Tyreek Hill over everyone.
Yeah.
There's very few people I start over Tyreek Hill right now, even though he's done nothing. I play my studs. That is how I play fantasy football. That is how I play and always will play.
All right, Tank Dell versus Buffalo or Kareem Hunt versus New Orleans?
Full PPR.
I'd go Tank Dell.
I knew you were going to say that.
Well, because you don't know what the running back situation is going to be like. At least we know Tank Dell's going to get his. We'll get some, and Tank Dell can take one.
How is Tank Dell's situation any different than Kareem Hunt's situation?
Because Tank Dell's
who's Kareem Hunt going against in that backfield? Samaje Perine, who is historically not that involved, just in the passing game. Yeah, I know he squeezed in a touchdown last week, but that's not going to happen every week. And Carson Steele.
I will always go wide receiver over running back. That's who I am.
Which is not a horrible thing, but I think in this situation,
Tank Dell could get 5 catches for 75 yards.
Hunt could get 2 carries for 2 touchdowns. I mean, anything's possible. I don't know. I'm going with the guy. See, this is the problem, Ron, is that in the beginning of the year, before Dell was out, he was always the third fiddle.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, even if Kareem Hunt has Steele in there for 2 carries in the game and Perine in there on third downs, he's still going to be in there. I mean, I don't know what his I want to look up his snap share last.
What about CLE? Isn't he playing now? Because
with who?
CLE, Clyde.
Clyde. Oh, is he back? And
he's back.
Well, has he even practiced though?
Yeah, he practiced this week.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he's active, I still don't all of a sudden seeing him coming in there and like taking over the backfield or anything. I mean, personally. I just want to look and see what CH did last week. Or not CH, but okay, week 4. Okay, so Kareem Hunt and Perine. Perine was at 40%, Kareem Hunt 45%, Steele 18% snap share.
And Perine had the goal line.
Yeah.
I like Tank.
14 carries, 2 receptions.
Because Dell is actually outperforming Diggs. Diggs is just getting touchdowns.
I would play Diggs over Dell every game, every week.
Yeah.
That's just me. But I personally, I would probably go Hunt. But
see, because it's full PPR, points per reception.
Yeah.
That's why. And that's one of the things too why I go Dell. But anyway, okay. See, who do I sit? Wandell, Amari, or Worthy? I'm not sitting Worthy.
I would sit Wandale Robinson.
Yeah, same here.
I know somehow Wandale, because I'm just crapping on him all night. He's going to come out tomorrow and just be golden, but I don't trust that.
And that could happen too. That could happen.
I don't trust him without neighbors.
Yeah. One PPR going to play Downs with Flacco starting instead of Hill. Thoughts? It's not a bad play.
Tyreek Hill?
Yeah.
I'm playing Tyreek Hill every week. I don't care. I'm playing Tyreek Hill every week.
But because Downs went 6 for 82, and then did he get a touchdown last week?
Okay. Hill could go 1 for 82 and a touchdown at any moment.
Yeah, but was Snoop Dogg at quarterback, whatever his name is?
I don't care who the quarterback is.
But
Tyreek Hill is yards after the catch guy. He makes the plays himself.
Right. Okay.
He just needs the ball in his hand.
I understand that. But if they're stacking the box against them, it's hard for them to break off. And that's what's happening. That's why he's getting like 5 catches for 45 yards, because they're stacking the box.
I don't trust that Tyreek Hill is going to put up, like, I don't want to say dud games, but they pretty much are dud games for Tyreek Hill in back-to-back. I mean, it's been a couple, 2-3 weeks now of him not doing much.
Yeah.
I don't trust that he won't go off for 45 points somehow. Like, he's due. That's how Tyreek. I've had Tyreek Hill on my dynasty squad since he was a rookie.
Yeah.
And every week it's like, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? And you never know. But then all of a sudden it's It's 4 points or it's 45 points. And I am not missing that 45 points. You don't know when it's going to come, but it's going to come. Yeah. I mean, probably not till 2 is back, but I still can't. I cannot start someone over Tyreek Hill. I just can't. It's the same thing going back to, other guys we've been talking about. It's week 5, and unless I'm in deep trouble already, 0-4, and I'm in the bottom half of points in my league scored, and I'm in deep trouble, I'm not really deviating yet. I'm at least giving it 1 or 2 more weeks. I will never. I can never sit Tyreek Hill. I couldn't. There's no way.
Okay.
I can't. I will sync with him, but I can't sit him.
I'm playing him this week because I have to. Otherwise, I probably would put him on the bench.
I mean, if you had a choice of I'm going to play Tyreek Hill or DJ Moore or something, maybe then I could be convinced. Maybe. But over a guy that's not even the first wide receiver on his own team, I know Downs. I like Josh Downs.
But Downs is
Pittman's the guy there. Pittman's number 1.
Oh, no, I'm not going to disagree with that. But Downs gets his. He gets a lot of his. So
I'm still going. Tyreek. I can't sit Tyreek. Yeah. No, I would not. I would literally not be able to sleep if I set my lineup on a Saturday night and put Tyreek on my bench.
I would. I'd be able to sleep fine knowing Downs. Yeah. I would. And then if I
you don't Tank Dell in your dreams doing dances in the end zone,
I'd be able to sleep tonight. But then tomorrow night, I'd be laying awake going, why did I do that?
Yeah.
All right, man. Dave, welcome. Hit the like and subscribe, please. Hey, brothers, who should I start tomorrow? Kyler or Fields? McBride is questionable. I'm going Kyler over Fields.
I like Fields, but
I like Fields too, but I like Kyler.
It's very close.
Kyler has been in this offensive system for a year and a half, right? Something like that. Yeah. And even if McBride is questionable, he has.
If McBride plays, I'm going Kyler. If McBride doesn't play, I'm going Fields. Because Justin Fields is playing against Cowboys, and we've seen everyone just tear the Cowboys apart.
They're missing Micah Parsons and Lawrence.
So I mean, Fields to me is I think both quarterbacks are top 10 this week.
Well, at least because Fields is playing in the night game. Is
that Sunday night?
Yeah, Sunday night game. So you'll know in the morning. So if McBride go, then go with Kyler. If he's not, then go with Fields.
Yeah. I mean, or just make the decision and I think you're okay either one. I just think the ceiling's higher for Fields.
Yeah. So who should I try to trade Jonathan Taylor for? I need a receiver. Also, someone sent me Devontae and Jonathan Brooks for Jonathan Taylor. What should I do?
Who are your current receivers?
Yeah, who are your current receivers?
Answer that, and then we'll revisit.
Plus Devontae, there still seems to be out at least another a week.
Well, Devontae's not playing this week.
No, he's not playing, but he also has a hammy injury too.
But Jonathan Taylor isn't playing either, so it's kind of a wash there. But see, it's the Jonathan Brooks. I mean, I like Jonathan Brooks. I know the fantasy community likes Jonathan Brooks. We don't know. Chuba Hubbard is no joke right now.
No.
I mean,
it's not that Jonathan Brooks is going to waltz right in.
At best, it's going to be a big timeshare. I think everyone thinks that, Jonathan Brooks is going to come in, at least before the season. It was, Brooks is going to come back week 6, and that's his backfield. And, I don't see that right now. So
no, I don't either. I agree.
So you're trading Jonathan Taylor right now for Devontae, who, I love Devontae, but we don't know where he's going to be.
Can you hold off and see? Is there, and maybe target another wide receiver that might be out there? Because I'd wait to see where Devontae is going too.
Well, I want to see who his other wide receivers are
Yeah.
first, because he might not be in as bad a situation as we think. Maybe it is bad. I don't know. I mean, you almost just put your running backs in there too, so we could see, because we need to see what your running backs are.
Back too. That's
Yeah,
the thing too. All right. Packers got worked by the Vikings. I'm a Packers fan. I'm wondering why we gave Jordan Love.
Why did you not watch him play? I mean, the Packers didn't lose because of Jordan Love. Packers lost because of our defense. I mean, Jordan Love was not very good in the beginning of that game, but he's coming back from injury. He's going to need, and it's not going to just come in and all of a sudden 500 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's not going to be Kirk Cousins on Thursday night, instantly. He's going to need a little bit of time to get back into things, and we saw that by the end of the game. I mean, I'm okay with. I was a little hesitant, with Jordan Love getting money, that much over the sample size, but I mean, and there's going to be ups and downs with him too, because he's still a young player, but I think they're fine.
Yeah, I think they're fine too. I mean, I'd love to have Love. There's not too many other quarterbacks that I'd say I'd love to have be the Rams quarterback. There's a lot of quarterbacks I'd like to see be the Raiders quarterback, but not to me that I would say for the Rams. Yeah. So what odds McBride play because they just came out of nowhere? I think because they just said it's a rib injury, so it just might just be cartilage. They didn't say it's broken because I think they would know if it's broken. So I think.
Yeah, I don't. I mean,
I think there's a really good chance.
I mean, they downgraded him to questionable. It's not. Yeah. He didn't go to doubtful or anything. Yeah, so exactly. I would say it's 50-50. I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything more than what or anyone knows. I mean, I don't like players getting downgraded late in the week for anything is not a good sign.
No.
So I would have a backup plan in place, whether it's on your roster or have that. I mean, ideally you would have it on your roster, but if you can't, you have to wait until McBride's out to pick someone up. At least look through your waivers and have that plan in place so you know what you're doing. So the second inactives come out 90 minutes before game time, you can be on that waiver wire picking up your guy.
Yeah. All right, we got Moss or Higgins, half PPR this week. I'm going Higgins.
I don't like Moss's matchup against the Ravens run defense. I'm going Higgins. Did that guy get that lineup in yet for the rest of that trade question?
No.
Okay.
Let's see. Wait, did he? So I got Hubbard. I forgot where the trade question went.
It was this.
Okay. So no, he's got. See, okay, we'll go to this one here. St. Tyree has a good day tomorrow. He might. You can't go wrong either one. It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. Is A.J. Brown for Nico Collins and Brian Robinson Jr.? Oh.
Is it fair? I mean, what side would I rather have?
I like the Nico Collins and Brian Robinson Jr. side.
I like A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown was my favorite player coming into this year. I would play him over Nico Collins every day when healthy, obviously. But getting Brian Robinson Jr.
Exactly.
And still having Nico Collins.
Yeah, that's the kicker for me.
I mean, I don't know what side if he's getting A.J. Brown or if he's getting Nico and Brian Robinson Jr.
I think he's just asking if it's a fair trade. It is a fair trade.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you put it into a trade calculator or something like that, it'd probably say Nico and Brian Thomas is probably the higher side. But I mean, I mean, I'd probably lean on the Nico and Brian.
Yeah. So
wait, I was thinking Brian Thomas Jr. It's Brian Robinson.
Yeah.
So the running back. I'm sorry, that was my bad, guys. Oh, that's fair for sure then.
Yeah.
But honestly, Brian Robinson right now, the Commanders are probably the best running team in football. If you need a running back and you can get Brian Robinson and you're only downgrading from AJ Brown to Nico,
that's not much of a downgrade either at all.
I might pull that trigger.
Yeah.
Even though I love AJ Brown, but I might do that if I needed a running back.
And plus, AJ Brown's coming off a hammy too, so you never know how
I mean, I think he'll be good once he's back, but I mean, you never know with hamstrings.
1 point PPR thoughts. Najigba.
There's going to be lots of points against the Giants.
Or we go Hill against New England. P.S. OBJ will be on the field.
Don't. Okay. OBJ is nothing. He's ill. OBJ is irrelevant. Can't talk.
You're gonna say Hill.
you know I am, and you're probably gonna say JSN. So we're at our standstill, like we've been all night, And one of us is going to be right.
I trust Gene over Scoot McGill.
Yeah, I do trust Gino more than, but I don't trust JSN more than I trust Tyreek Hill. You know.
All right. So see, Ford or Pickens and flex. I'm going Pickens.
Ford or Pickens. Yeah, I'm probably going Pickens because he's got that big playability, and is Brian Robinson Jr. for Jonathan Brooks fair?
So you're getting Jonathan Brooks.
I would want the Brian Robinson Jr. side.
I want because that's a for sure thing.
Yeah, you don't know what Brooks is going to be.
Yeah, I would.
We know right now Brian Robinson, and he's at least last couple of weeks. That offense in Washington has been clicking.
Yeah,
and that offensive line has been amazing. So you got a good thing with Brian.
Yeah,
Brian Robinson Jr. right now.
And plus, Jordan Brooks will be coming off a ACL injury.
Yeah, and you don't know. I mean, have they even said anything about when have they even opened a window or anything for him?
I believe they opened the window up. Yeah.
Did they?
Okay. Yeah, but I believe they said they're going to bring him along slowly.
Yeah, and you got to figure. I mean, when teams open up the window, it's 21 days. It's 3 weeks. Yeah. So they could wait 3 weeks. They don't even have to. They could look at a guy and be like, "You're just not ready."
Yeah.
And then you're just not going to play this year. Yeah. I mean, there's no guarantees even. I mean, most likely they're not doing that unless they know he's coming back. But it still could be it could be another week, and then he's going to practice for a week. The first game, he'll get a handful of touches maybe. And then the second game, he'll get a handful more, and then we're in double-digit, weeks, all of a sudden. And then they got a bye week, so, yeah.
Brian Robinson Jr. is a for sure thing every week. He's
at the moment, yes.
I love Brian Robinson Jr. All right, see who start between IU, Cooper, Thomas Jr., and Josh Downs for my flex this week.
A lot of Josh Downs this week.
a lot of Josh Downs. I go Ayuk, I think.
Ayuk. I'm going Mari Cooper.
Where are you going?
Mari Cooper. I'm assuming that's a Mari Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you trust Deshaun Watson over Brock Purdy getting the ball to Cooper?
I trust Deshaun Watson throwing to Amari Cooper versus the Washington Commanders defense.
Yeah, I
Over
go Ayuk.
Ayuk. You know, I'm going Amari Cooper.
I trust Brock Purdy over Deshaun Watson. So that's why I go Ayuk. All right.
For Jaden Reed? That's how you do a trade.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm really surprised that. I mean, you went from a very up and down player to Jaden Reed, who
Just want to eat.
He may not always be the top scoring Packers wide receiver that week, but he's going to be the guy that's consistently getting points.
All right. So full PPR, different leagues. Start 1 quarterback, 2 flex. Fields, Murray, Akers, Waddle, Wicks, Jennings. All right. So let's do
like 3 different questions here.
It's two different leagues. So the first one. So the first one is
okay.
Start 1 quarterback and 2 flex. So I'm starting.
Okay. Fields or Murray? We had this question before.
Yeah. I would go
Murray if Trey McBride plays, Fields if he doesn't. And then what do you said you're doing Wicks? I'm not doing Jennings. Jennings isn't a thing anymore. That was 1 week. You missed
every week.
Missed. You need to stop picking up the guy that goes off. That you need to kind of look after someone has a big game like that. You need to look in the future and say, okay, first, why did this happen? And then look at the future and say, is this going to happen again? Which obviously CMC is going to be out, but we all know Debo was coming back. So Jennings' shelf life was very, very short, and he's not going to.
He'll get some, but not.
He's not fantasy relevant anymore, unless Ayuk or Debo goes down. I mean, even if I think Kittle's out this week, I think I heard that still doesn't move the needle for me.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. If McBride is good, I go Murray. I go Wicks and Akers in the flex.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, then.
I mean, Wicks out of this group, I'm starting Wicks no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what.
And then it comes down to Waddle or Akers, and I'm going to go with Akers.
All right, then
Jennings
is next question is start 3: Downs, Ayuk, Terry, Sutton, Wicks. Damn.
I'm guessing that's Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, I go Downs, Ayuk, and Terry. I mean, I go Downs, Ayuk, and Wicks.
For 3, I'm going.
Or you can flip.
I'm going Ayuk, McLaurin, Wicks.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, just because the connection between Jaden Daniels and he's hitting the bombs right now. All right, Terry
McLaurin's getting like 30% over there. I mean, you're starting McLaurin every week.
All right, start 2: Garrett Wilson, Dell, Terry, Downs. Start 1 quarterback, Daniels or Fields.
Fields for the quarterback.
Yeah, because it's not that good right now. They're hurting.
I mean,
and plus the upside of running upside of Fields. Downs is running upside too, but you really can't go wrong.
I'm going to go back on that. I'm gonna start Jaden Daniels.
Okay, I like Jaden.
I mean, I love both of them. I just
you can't go wrong with either one of them. So
yeah. I mean, it's
now. But see, now if he's playing, if Daniels is part of the start 2, Garrett Wilson, Dill, Terry, Downs, and I'm going to stack Daniels and Terry. and then I play Garrett Wilson and Terry, and then start Daniels.
See, honestly, if that's part of it, I might actually reverse it and go, if I'm starting Terry McLaurin, I might start Fields instead. Just because on the off chance that Daniels doesn't have a good passing game and Terry's sitting there with 4 points, you got the upside with Fields still. You know, you're not getting stuck with 2 bad games, you know, instead of just one. But
let's get a couple more questions. We're hitting right in the hour and a half mark right now, and I'm in California, so I'm getting hungry. So let me see. Addison or Wandell? I go Addison.
Then, yeah, we'll just do rapid fire here. Let's clean up the chat here with the last few questions. And
Connor or Sermon? Connor.
James Conner.
Yeah. So current lineup: Murray, Nico, Debo, Bucky, Hunt, Clement, Wandell. That's a nice lineup. Yeah. Let's see.
I don't know.
Oh, we got. See, Carl Jet, McConkey, Braylon, Gibson, CMC. Who should I trade for along with my lineup above? Oh, so his lineup. Okay. So this is his lineup. Who should he trade for?
So I'm guessing this is the bench Carr, Leggett, McConkey. Yeah. I'm guessing that's.
I want to do well. CMC. That's hard.
Honestly, try trade. If you have CMC, try trading him.
Yeah.
You know, find someone that is RB needing too, and even if you end up trading CMC for a good wide receiver, then you have another good wide receiver where you can let one of your wide receivers go. You know, I mean, trading's more about, it's not just these are who I have, who can I get. Trading is a lot more than you need to look for the trade partner. You need to find the team that needs what you want to give away. You know, you don't want to just, I want to trade a quarterback and then go find the team with 2 other quarterbacks and say, hey, do you want a third? You know, you need to find the right team and then see what they have and see what you can get back. That's the best way to do it.
All right. So we have need to Tyreek, Wicks, Shaheed, Scary Terry. You're going to say Tyreek and Wicks, so I will say that too.
I'm not going to say
what?
I'm going to say Tyreek and Terry McLaurin.
Okay.
And go Pack go.
Do you like Olave or Brian Thomas Jr.? Olave.
Yeah, I would side with Olave on that.
Tank Dell or Leggett? Tank Dell.
I'll go Dell here. I'll side with you on Dell on this one.
I'm going Firemouth. Yeah. Hubbard or Aaron Jones, non-PPR?
Non-PPR?
Yeah. I like Aaron Jones guys, so. Who's Carolina playing?
Chicago. If it's non-PPR, I'm gonna side Chuba.
Yeah, just because Chicago gives up more run.
Yeah.
Worthy or Wicks, non-PPR.
Wicks.
Or Wicks. Yeah. Bryce Hill for Payne. Wow. That's a good trade.
Bryce Hall for
Mahomes and McBride.
I mean, do you still have enough running backs? I mean, on paper, sure, getting Mahomes and McBride looks better than Breece Hall, but do you need those other positions, and would trading Breece leave you with a hole at running back?
All right. With Barkley and Monty on bye, need 2 running backs for this week. Brandon Allen, Madison, Mostert, Emmanuel Wilson, Trey Sermon. Madison, jeez.
I'm going Mostert and Madison.
I agree. Question: have Kyron? Should I roster Corum or Jonathan Brooks? Yes.
Corum. If anyone in this chat or listening has Kyron Williams and you do not have Blake Corum, if he is available in your waiver wires, go get him now. Don't wait. But what was the second part of that? Would you drop Ford Jennings? I would drop Juwan Jennings if that's who.
Or Chase Brown. Yeah, I'd drop Jennings. So what's up? Thank you. Let's see. Pittman or DJ Moore this week? I like DJ Moore.
Yeah, it's close for me. I mean, I think Pittman's got a higher ceiling. I'm going to go Pittman.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I like Chase Brown though.
I'm still not convinced he has a major role. I mean, look at it this way: you have Kyron Williams and you have David Montgomery. So those are your 2 studs with the backfields. I handcuff. If I have a stud with a good backfield, I handcuff them.
Should I accept a trade where I get Devonta Adams and Wan'Dale Robinson, where I'm giving up?
Yeah, that's the one we had earlier, but we asked them what the rest of his team looked like.
He's getting Adams and Wan'Dale Robinson. He's getting Jonathan Taylor. Yeah.
I still want to see what the rest of his other.
Yeah.
DM me on Twitter, Best Ball Jonesy. And
so I need wide receivers. My current wide receivers are Devontae Smith, Ayuk. Okay. Shaheed and Flowers.
Well, you're fine with Devonta Smith should be back. Ayuk's fine.
Yeah. Flowers is good.
You're fine at wide receiver.
All right. His last
You're
question.
Fine. Keep Jonathan Taylor. Don't trade him.
I have to drop Jacoby to pick up Ertz if McBride doesn't play. Yeah. All right. All right, guys. One last question here. Would you rather Brooks over Jennings? Full team is just Allen, Montgomery, Kyron, Debo, Cooper, Wicks, Shakir, Amon, and Thomas Ford, or Brian Thomas and Ford. I keep Brooks over Jennings.
If it's Juwan Jennings, I have no interest in Juwan Jennings, especially because you have Debo. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a handcuff to Debo, but I'd rather have Brooks.
All right, man. Hey, Jonesy, we did it, bro. We'll be back. We'll be back to full streak next week with Jay Sig. He's taking a much needed night off from the lab, and then Fantasy Dads. Man,
great show tonight. Thank you, everyone that showed up. If you're a DFS person, check out our show from last night. Friday night, we do DFS stuff. Tomorrow, Sunday, right after the afternoon games, we have a recap. So if you want instant reactions from our team,
we'll do one last one here.
Come check that out. Would I trade Kamara for Bijan? I'm keeping Kamara.
Yeah.
I look at that as kind of a lateral move, so I'm just staying where I'm at. But I am getting Kendra Miller if he is available.
Oh, okay. Okay. Great. Man, I have a cold Coors Light call my name and a big fat steak eat. So this will be the last.
If you need to take off, I'll just keep going here.
Okay, to be clear, okay. Would you rather have handcuffs and Jennings have Debo? I have Corum and Kyron.
Yeah, you okay. You don't need to handcuff every running back, but a running back system like the Rams, you want the handcuff for that.
So
San Francisco, Atlanta, there's certain teams that you want the handcuff for.
And let me put it this way too. People are freaking out because Corum's even Rams fans are freaking out. Content creators are freaking out. Oh, they wasted. Okay, why would you have a rookie running back play behind a hurt? They're missing.
Well, it's because the hype.
They're once their offensive line is at full strength, Corum is going to play. So
the fantasy community. Everyone hypes rookies. It happens every year, and people went crazy for Corum, and it's like, okay, chill, he's still a rookie with Kyron Williams in front of him. Now, I don't trust Kyron Williams to stay healthy one bit. He has a bad history of injuries, so you want to look at it this way: if Debo's out, there's still Ayuk there, there's still Kittle there, there's but if Kyron's out, they're getting everything in that backfield.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, if Kyron's out,
you're not. Who else is there? Is Ronnie Rivers? Is it Ronnie Rivers or who else is there?
No. So yeah, Corum.
Corum, 100%.
Just be patient with it. Yeah. All right. Hey, that is it. Hey, like I said, I appreciate everybody coming in. I'll be back tomorrow night.
If you guys have any more questions, hit us up on Twitter. Our tags are right there on the screen now. Yeah, and we will help you out through game time tomorrow.
Yeah,
always available.
Appreciate everybody being here. Be good humans. Be a difference and make a difference in your own life and somebody else's life. And
start Tyreek Hill.
Oh, all right, brother.
All right, guys.